With more mobile players putting up crazy numbers in the recent tournaments, and the release of insane new devices like the S9 series, the OnePlus Pad, and mobile devices just getting better optimization in general, the question of whether mobile players can compete or not doesn't seem too far off. In today's video, I do a full, unbiased analysis of the problems that halted the mobile community from doing such, and determine if whether or not they can even be considered a factor anymore. My name is Sam, and let's get straight into the video. One of the main problems that stopped the mobile community from competing was the lack of players after the notorious ban. Cue the music.
Wait. His shield's right. Alright. He's white. I got him. Nice. Hey.
Believe it or not, there was once a time where the mobile community was thriving and at its peak. I'm talking they had their own tournaments, the best devices weren't peaked at 60 FPS, content creators were growing massively, and mobile players were getting better by the day. The question of whether mobile players can compete was soon not even going to be a question, but like all good things, it must come to an end. And because of Epic and Apple's greed, all of that simply vanished before their eyes. By the time Chapter 3 came around, big names who were constantly placing in these tournaments like Fletter, Bale, Noob, Hugo, and Mude all hung it up, leaving the mobile competitive scene at zero. Which leads me into today. Fast forward today, and although the mobile community is still recovering from this hit, the ban actually gave birth to a new generation of Android players from all regions who actually seen the ban as an opportunity and dedicated their time and content into letting the masses know that the Fortnite mobile community is still here. Names like Percep, Ubari, Preacher, Isolo, and Andrea FNM are a couple of names who are still actively competing in tournaments on mobile devices today, to my knowledge, and helping to build the mobile player count back to what it once was. The only thing was Android sucked. Yep, as stereotypical as it may sound, they were simply just not prepared to handle a game like Fortnite, let alone be the main. But on a serious note, once the free Fortnite movement began, the majority of Android devices were not the best option for Fortnite due to optimization issues, crashing, peaking at 60 FPS, and for iPad players, switching to a device like this just seemed completely unrealistic. The Tab S7, one of the only tablet options at that time, ran the game terribly, even getting 90 FPS later on down the line, and was still having issues.
Tog. I'm done. Yeah, that's it. That's my last mobile tournament. Thanks for watching, guys. The game right now is just not fun competitively. It's not a competitive game. This right here is not competitive. If you guys watched my kills, they were all with ARs or SMGs because there is no way to be mechanical, at least right now, on this tablet. And that's why you saw that Kai just exploits my box. So
iOS players were able to play through GeForce later on down the line as well, but that also came with its own bugs and problems due to the status of cloud gaming in general, leaving mobile players with honestly no option at all. Today, Android devices have gotten better optimization, and Android players have found different workarounds to allegedly find methods to fully optimize their devices and get access to their max FPS. And with the release of new devices like the S9 series, these Android devices are solid contenders and genuinely give mobile players a chance. Mobile pros like Preacher, Sorod, and Percep have all switched to the S9 and said nothing but great things about the device. With both of the main problems on mobile being either worked towards or being solved, I feel as though it's only a matter of time before the Fortnite mobile competitive scene makes a full comeback, consistently placing in PC-dominated tournaments and putting up good numbers. The mobile players still playing today are consistently working towards becoming better at the game, and regardless of all the hurdles Epic has tossed at us, still remain unfazed.
But now that I would argue Fortnite Mobile Android is just as good as the old iOS days, we gotta get some more publicity about it, man. We gotta get some tournaments popping off. I'm not saying there needs to be any creator stuff or anything, but I just feel like there's been so much potential. And even Bobby Plays, he himself was like, dude, this game could be so big, especially with the Unreal Engine. and instead we have a game that just seems to be dwindling in popularity. So right now, I feel like now more than ever, if you guys haven't played Fortnite Mobile in a few seasons or a few months or maybe ever, but you now have an Android device, I would highly recommend it. NVIDIA GeForce Now, I don't think it's still quite there. I think it's got, at least on iOS, a ways to go before I'd recommend to play it. But for the Android side of things, I do like it. I do like it a lot. I like the state of things currently.